kid. Well, we're going to start off. I got Robert Bly. I guess he was a bartender at one time or something, so he's telling me that story. So let's get him up here. Make some noise for Robert Bly out of Jessup.
How's everyone doing tonight? Awesome. Well, like I said, my name's Rob, and I'm a bartender. And this is literally, I'm thinking you guys watch me lose my virginity, because this is my first show ever. And coming up to this day, I realized that it's very similar to when I actually lost my virginity. I know it's amazing that I actually had sex before, but it's similar in the fact that I've sat in my room for hours wondering how this night was going to go, practicing by myself, and it's been very sad because I didn't know how it was going to go. And up to this point, like I said, it's very the same. And when I first found out I was going to do this show, I immediately called my mother, because that's the first thing you do when you found out you're going to get laid, I guess, but not really. And I call her, and I'm like, Mom, I'm going to do this show. I'm opening up for this hilarious guy. What am I going to talk about? She's like, Rob, just talk about the stuff you know. And if you don't know me, for some reason in my head, my mom's a big black woman. So anytime I do an impression of her, she sounds like a big black lady because they scare the hell out of me. And she's like, Rob, just talk about stuff you know. I'm like, all right, so I'm going to talk about bartending, bacon, and masturbating, because those are the things I know about. Now, if my mother did stand up, she'd probably talk about selling advertising, bacon, and buying extra shampoo for her teenage son. Now, one of the things as I learned as bartending is you pick up on little things on people, and not only do you do that, you have to have, I feel like you have to have a college degree in psychology, being a therapist with a minor in conspiracy theories, and also how to make a drink, I guess. But one of the things I learned is when you watch people, people that fiddle with their, their straws or their napkins and tear it up, or they peel the labels off their bottles, it tends to mean that they're sexually frustrated. And I believe this to be true, especially with the labels thing, because there's not a single label in my house. And I'm not just talking beer bottles. It's beer bottles and beer cans, soup cans, cereal boxes, all of them gone. Maybe even the little thing in the back of the remote. They're gone. I had to invite people over for dinner to cook for them, but I have no idea what I'm going to make. Okay. It could be dog food, it could be corned beef and hash, I don't know. But we'll just throw some hot sauce and bacon on it, it'll probably taste better, because bacon makes everything better. It's like the duct tape of food. And I also believe that bacon's better than women. Well, probably because it's been a while, not since I eat bacon, but I can get that whenever I want. It's at the store, readily available. Packaged for me. It's okay to buy bacon, but not to, I guess. So, there's many reasons why I believe that bacon's better than women. For instance, it always tastes good. You can't argue that. Bacon always tastes good.
That's really good.
Bacon strips. Ironic that we're near a strip club. I can have multiple pieces in a night and not feel bad. I've never waken up in the morning and go, ooh, shouldn't have had that piece of bacon. That's true. Bacon can't use a cell phone, so they can't call me in the morning. That's good. And bacon comes with or without eggs. That's also good. The worst thing you probably can get from bacon is high cholesterol, so that's another bonus. And with bacon, I love bacon. Okay. That's the awkward pose with the stage, you guys gotta have that. I love to eat meat because I'm not a vegetarian. I'm like the complete opposite of a vegetarian. It's actually my goal to eat enough meat in my life to cancel out one vegetarian. That's probably why I'm fat. Because apparently you're not supposed to eat that much. If it breathes, I really want to eat it. And the only thing I believe that is better than bacon is masturbating, because you don't have to share. No, you can't. It's not like double Dutch butter. You can't do that. That's just awkward.
It's a double touch.
Yeah. If you don't know what it is, just Google it.
That's exactly
Google tells you everything. And the great thing about masturbating is you get to use your imagination. And imagination is, they tell you as a kid, is one thing you should never give up on. I haven't. Ever. And because you get to be with who you want, where you want, and how you want. And you don't have to pay for it. You know how hard it is to find a woman that's willing to be with me that I don't have to pay? That will be with me, 2 other women, a midget, a donkey, a 7-iron, a bowl full of jelly, and a group of penguins river dancing to reggae polka music in the middle of a winter snowstorm. That shit's hard as fuck to find, and they even tried Craigslist, and you can find anything on Craigslist. And let's be honest, thoughts are legal, actions are not. No matter how hard you try, you can never statutory rape your hand, which is why I don't watch the Disney Channel anymore. Now, my mom told me that I couldn't say rape jokes. That's not the rape joke I'm saying. And in case, like I said, she's a big black lady in my head, and even she's also like a pageant mom. So she's like, even getting ready to, today she's like, make sure your tie's all right. You're wearing white socks with brown shoes. I'm standing up, no one's gonna see my socks. Okay? I know I have a brown belt on. I know that's fashionably correct, but just chill, alright? I got enough to worry about. And she's like, well, don't drink too much before the show. You don't want to be up there slurring your words. I'm like, oh, I gotta have drinks. That's the only way I'm funny, It's like the first time I had sex, I had a couple drinks before I did it, By the way, this steak is a lot more comfortable in the back seat of a car, so it's going better. I'm also getting about the same amount of laughs when I lost it, so that's also good. It's fun. And then the thing about my mother, though, is also she's really, really honest. Like, almost too honest because she's my mother. Even when I'll pour I'll be like, oh, I got this project. I'm so proud I did something, she one time, she's like, Rob, I like that you do painting, you do art stuff. Will you paint me a picture? I'm like, yeah, I can do that. What do you want? She's like, well, I want some brown stuff and some green stuff and some tan stuff to go colors with the room. I'm like, all right. So I spent like 3 months on this project, and I give it to her, and I spent like $100 in the frame and all this other stuff, and I give it to her. She's like, I like it. It's not what I wanted, but I like it. I'm not going to put it in the living room because I want something for the living room. I'll put it in the dining room where no one looks at it. So, it is true. Like the first time I made my chili, I actually got to sell it at a restaurant I worked at one time, and I love to cook. So I made this chili, and the first time I give it to my mom, she's eating it, which was really surprising me to get my mom to make anything or eat anything that I ever made, because she's like, I got patties. Oh, I'm not feeling good. I just ate. Just try the damn food, Mom. Just eat it. It's good. She finally tries my chili, and she's like, good. Wouldn't call it chili, but it's good. I'm like, come on. Can I just have one compliment? Can you make me feel good? I know you don't want me to be like that American Idol kid that's up there singing and sounding horrible, and why'd you up here trying for American Idol? Well, my mom says I'm good. Your mom's an asshole. Okay. My mom is an asshole, but she's good at it, and I'm glad she is, It's sometimes depressing, not really. And she has the most OCD habit ever when she's designing anything, when she's redirecting or putting stuff in a room, redesigning it. She will sit there for 20 minutes doing this. She'll be like, she move the candle, step back, stare at it for 10 minutes. I think that's better. How's that shadow fall? Does that work better? The feng shui of the room? I don't know if I like the color. Yeah, that's free.
We're laughing more than anything.
20 minutes alone just moving a candle within like a 4-centimeter circle. It's kind of sad. But, and I go to her for advice, and I'm pretty sure that, you know, after this thing, I'm going to walk up to her and be like, Mom. I call my mom. It's weird to say, it sounds like that. Like, Mom, so, how'd I do? You know, how was the show? Thanks for coming out, by the way, Mom. You know, and she's going to be like, you're all right, but, you know that, yeah, that guy after you, he sounds like he's done this before. You know, he's really, he seems pretty professional. I'm like, thanks, Mom, this is my first time losing my virginity, and you're going to knock me on this. This is purpose. But, and that is kind of embarrassing that she gets to watch this, but I'm kind of glad that she's here. Not really. Because she's probably going to make fun of me for the next 6 months. You know, why don't you do something else? You can get your shit together. Like, go steal my car again. She really did steal my car one time. Apparently I can't drive on gravel roads when I was 16. But that leads me to why I'm here is because I get to open up for this guy named Don, apparently. I don't know if you've ever heard of him. Don Zilla. Apparently he's banned from ABC, which sounds like an amazing thing to do. But, so he gets to follow me, and he's going to come up here and tell you guys some jokes, and then the real comedy can start. With more further ado, here's this guy, Don Zilla.
Round of applause, everybody! Dude, don't feel bad about your mom. My mom's a whore, man.